sensitive about the fact that people say he'll never take a serious controversy?
Well, I have an answer to that. I said, now, tell me the last time that Jack Benny, Red Skelton, Benny comedian, used his show to do serious issues. That's not what I'm there for. Can't they see that?
But you're not...
Why do they think that just because you have a Tonight Show that you must deal in serious issues? That's a danger. It's a real danger. Once you start that, you start to get that self-important feeling that what you say has great import. And, you know, strangely enough, you could use that show as a forum. You could sway people, and I don't think you should as an entertainer.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to welcome to Superhero Speak. I'm your host, Dave.
And I'm the other host, Don.
And yes, you know, you think we're out, and then the whole Marvel Universe goes crazy, and they pull you back in.
Well, we got to talk about something for those that aren't watching the National Football League tonight, you know?
Well, this is true. So, yeah, we'll delve into politics because everyone loves that. Yeah, so we'll be talking about Tatiana Maslany and her temper tantrum over what we talked about on Wednesday, Jimmy Kimmel being indefinitely suspended. And we do have some Warner Brothers DC news and some Young Avengers news. So, you know, it's not all politics.
Right.
So, yeah.
Just a smidge.
Just 70% of the show. I mean, just but with all that being said, how are you, Don? What is new in your world since Wednesday?
Well, one thing that's new, of course, it just happened today, but it doesn't happen a lot. So I definitely want to make sure I mention it, that the Browns won today.
Yay!
What is remarkable, and this is a superhero show, so I'm really not going to try and bore you with sports, but really until like 4 minutes left into the fourth quarter, they're getting shut out. It's 0-10, but somehow in 37 seconds we scored 10 points, so it was all tied up. But you know, the game was about to end, like 50 seconds left. They were going to hit a field goal, but we blocked it. And then we ended up making the field goal at the end of the game, which, of course, was a danger because we lost our first game because of our kicker, but he nailed it. And so look at that. It doesn't happen much, but hey, good to celebrate a victory here on the South Shore of Lake Erie. Other than that, you know, I got the diabetes or the sugar, as some I just learned actually not too long ago they call it. And I've never really been the sort to like prick my finger and check my blood sugar. So my doctor recommended I get this like self implant. You just stick it on yourself and it's good for like 15 days.
Yeah.
And so I can, you know, whenever I want, look at my blood sugar. And that's, I don't know, it's kind of cool. So hopefully that helps me do better against the disease that, you know, is likely to start eating organs here at some point if I don't make the right changes or be aware. And so now I am. So, hey, public service announcement to you. And that's it. That's all that's new. Looking forward to today. But how about you? How is your since Wednesday part of the week?
Well,
Good, huh? Same as always. Heck, that bad, huh?
Well, actually, I just found out, and it happened a couple days ago, but I just found out tonight. One of my best friends from school growing up, known him since like 5th grade. His and he's a homosexual. He got married say 12 years ago, and his husband passed away. And he was a little older than us. He was a few years, like, cause obviously Tim and I are the same age. Billy was a little bit older, and He had been, from my understanding, he had been sick for on and off for a while. And it's just funny because like I haven't actually talked to Tim in a while. I hadn't seen Billy in years because he stopped coming to, like, when our friends would get together, he stopped showing up to that kind of stuff and whatnot, because of some of his health issues. And then you need to ask, like, oh, how's he doing? And it's like, oh yeah, he's hanging in there, um, and then he just posted on Facebook a couple of days ago. And I two things. Number one, I don't follow some people on Facebook, and unfortunately he's one of them because of some of the stuff, some of the political stuff, it's stupid.
Yeah.
We don't follow each other because it keeps our friendship.
Right.
But also I haven't really been on Facebook in a few days, like that much because of everything going on. Like I'm trying to avoid seeing some stuff. So anyway, yeah, so my daughter called me tonight because she knows him and knows Billy and everything, and she was at their wedding and all that, and told me, and I was like, what? So I went on Facebook real quick and I saw the post. I'm like, so so Tim, if you're watching this, and you're probably not, I'm really sorry. I did put a message on Facebook. Let me know if you need anything. Yeah, life sucks, and then you die. That was my father's philosophy, and it's becoming more and more true every day.
All right.
Let's see. And I think the last time I got together, I said that my work had laid off a bunch of people. So
yeah,
that's always
you
fun.
Said you're worried about that.
Yeah,
but not you, obviously. So
yeah,
you made the cut at least.
Oh, and I think I had said that my doctor had prescribed Zepbound for me, and then that got rejected by my insurance company.
Yeah.
So he decided to try me on Wegovy, and this time I got a message today saying that it wasn't necessary. It wasn't, the order wasn't rejected. It was canceled because they need a pre-authorization. So my doctor already had said something about he knows he would have to do that. So they had to wait for that so he could fill it. It's the whole process is stupid. And yes, I've worked for insurance companies and quite a bit in my career, and the whole process is stupid.
Listen,
yeah.
I work for a company that is hired by health insurance companies, and I can unfortunately report to you that I've seen them do and want shit done that is not in the best interest of their members. So, yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah. That's really it. I went to the. I obviously went to girlfriend's yesterday. Did spend the night, but then she kicked me out early. She was going up to see her son today, so she wanted to try to go up early and then be back.
Yeah.
At a decent time. I haven't heard from her since she got there, just to let me know she got there. So we'll see if I talk to her afterwards or not.
Wow. So I mean, we're talking about catastrophic possibilities here.
Yes, exactly. No, I don't blame her because she could get. Sometimes she doesn't get back till like midnight and then just goes to bed. So
yeah,
because you got to work, unfortunately.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really it's been my day. I have to report. I thought for some reason I kept thinking Twisted Metal was what did I think? I thought it was 8 episodes and it was actually 10 episodes.
Yeah.
The first season. So I'm on episode 9.
And season 2 is, I think, even more
12.
than that.
It's 12 episodes. I did check that. So I will get it done, but
okay.
But I mean,
yeah, check it out. We'll talk about it.
I was highly upset with episode 8. They killed Evelyn.
Yeah.
That was just wrong.
Yeah, that show, I mean, I guess we won't get into it too much, but yeah, no one's safe in that show.
Even the cars. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird because like they started doing a flashback for John Doe,
yeah,
Anthony Mackie's character, but it really was more of like him finding the car and like
Yeah.
and all of that, just so that they could get to the climax of the episode where the car gets blown up, and it was just like, really? Poor
Yeah,
everyone.
man. Like it really is. Now that I think about it, and you've been rewatching it and talking about it, it really is weird or crazy, whatever, interesting that the whole focus of season 1 is just season 2 is just it's he's got like this love interest of a car in season 1, right? But like in season
Yeah.
2, it poof,
Well,
nothing.
I also found it funny that they go to that milkman like pit stop area,
Yeah.
and they run into, I can't remember the character's name, but the blonde girl who is an ex of John's, and
Oh yeah, I can't remember that either, but yeah.
well, because she doesn't last long, and and she basically says to Quiet, like, oh, if it comes down to you or the car, he's going to pick the car every time, and it's like, that was episode, I'm pretty sure that was episode 7, so then it's like, something's coming up.
Yeah.
He's going to make a decision between her and the car,
Foreshadowing.
and like, yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't think it was going to be that quick that they did that, but yeah. So yeah, and then of course the other thing I watched, I'm sure you watched too, was episode 5 of Peacemaker. And so I think the most important thing, spoilers by the way, that we need to point out, it's the most important thing of any DC property ever. We found the Prime Eagle, and it's Eagle.
Right. Eagly is the Prime Eagle. Yeah. Boy, this episode was brutal. Alfred Hitchcock, the birds times 10.
Oh my God, that was bad.
But you don't feel bad for the guy that happened to it, because yeah, who the fuck hunts eagles? Obviously referring to the scene where Eagly gangs up with a whole bunch of eagles. They're not even all bald eagles. There's like all sorts of different eagles. And yeah, they just a brutal battle kill the eagle. I mean, I don't know the character's name. He's just the eagle hunter, Native American, cultural appropriation man. Yeah, he gets his long sniper blunderbuss, and he ends up taking out a.
We couldn't remember it last time. Michael Rooker's the actor's name.
Michael Rooker, right,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
That gun was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
It was a cannon.
It was like a blunderbuss, like a It was, He ended up taking out a couple eagles, but yeah, they got him good. So that was the end of that character there.
Yeah, and they fake you out too, right? Because you do think he got Eagly.
He got Eagly, yeah.
Nope, that was a decoy bird, I guess. Well,
some other bird that is following the prime eagle to battle.
Yeah,
and to kill the world's one and only eagle hunter, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty sure it's illegal to hunt eagles in the United States.
Absolutely. I don't think there's a place on Earth where they're like, yeah, go ahead and fucking kill eagles. Like, no, yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But of course, that's the side story, the weird side story in this show. Right. That's another thing. This shows you, and that's, I think, one of the things I appreciated about that aspect. It shows you James Gunn's not afraid to get weird with it.
Yeah.
And that was very weird. But again, the main crux of the episode was where we left off in episode 4 is John, or Peacemaker, was going to meet Hardcore because, he was going to go and talk to her about what she means to him. But of course, she was setting him up, or so he thought.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So that she could get back in the good graces of Argus and be an agent again. But go ahead, what were you going to say?
Well, that we thought she set him up, but she does reveal that she texted him a code word
Right.
that tells him don't fucking come.
Right.
But he's looking to like clap them cheeks, so he didn't give a fuck. He came anyway.
Oh, such class. No, but no, yeah,
me.
exactly.
But he goes in the middle of this Argus mini army, with all the agents that we know and love, which reveals, and I don't know the character's name, but it's the brunette with the accent, like almost the leader outside of Rick Flag, that she's a cyborg.
Right.
So that threw me off. DC's got something going on with cyborg humans. It really does. Between, of course, the famous cyborg, Justice League member, but then they had the one in Superman, and now this chick. Like, there's a cyborg.
Oh, the engineer.
Yeah. Cyborg-a-thon at DC.
Thrawn says, sorry I'm late. Was watching Kashmir reaction videos.
Well, hey, welcome. Huh. We're just getting started.
Yeah. So yeah, and well, yeah, and the funny thing is, why is the first cyborg the one who's like looks like a cyborg you think of in science fiction, but this agent at Argus still looks human. Yeah, and Rick Flag's a pervert. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, they established that, I think, in what was it called? Monster Hunters? No.
No. Yeah, what is that show that I watched a little bit of?
So yeah, but yeah, they established it in that show, but he's a bit of a freak. Like, he's hitting on everyone.
Yeah. Even the robot lady, it seems. So he's trying to do his best impression of Krillin from Dragon Ball franchise.
Creature Commando.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show, what made me quit with that show is the whole Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, whatever, where guy's fucking a corpse. But hey, to each his own. Interesting take on Frankenstein there.
It is a character from the comics, so it's not like,
Yeah, I get it.
James Gunn didn't invent the weirdness. Yeah. He just embraces it. So yeah, but obviously we find out, like, he knew it was a setup. He came anyway. He wanted to ask her if he meant anything to her, and she's like, "You came here for that? Like, this is a trap." Which is funny because he shows up and, like, they show that there's all these agents and they've got guns on him and stuff, but he's like hiding behind people and playing with the dogs and stuff so that they can't get a clean shot at him, right? Like, so that he knows when he walks into the situation that something's going on. Like, he's not an idiot, you think, and it's like, no, he is an idiot because he knew it was a trap and he went anyway.
Yes.
And so yeah, and they arrest him. She hardcore knocks him out because they're about to shoot him to save his life.
Yeah.
And then through some trickery on Economist's part, they end up having to let him go. His friends pick him up, take him back to the cabin. And I mean, I'm just giving a really quick summary here of the events, but he decides to go into the other world, and as he walks into the thing, he closes the portal behind him so that he can't come back. And that's he's decided he's going to go live in the alternate universe where things are better.
Likely because they're all racist, but that's not actually proven yet. But
we don't know yet. Like, that's going to be
pretty good theory, though.
Yeah, because I mean, there is a weird argument that, like, his you could say that his father was still the same person. He just wasn't as cruel
Yeah.
as the one in our universe, but he was still a racist or whatever. And because the one son didn't die, you know, they ended up, quote unquote, fighting evil together, but you know,
Yeah.
they're still not good people. There's something, because there's obviously they're gonna find something out.
Well, I mean, that theory makes sense because, you know, he's not outside in the fringes anymore. You know, his thinking is mainstream. So I could definitely see how they could be this successful in a world, again, where he's not outside in the margins, but, his racist thinking in a white supremacist society emboldens and empowers him and makes him the good guy. So we'll see, because there could definitely be an interesting dynamic, and I don't want to jump ahead of your synopsis too far. So I will digress back to you. But I mean, I will say, up until this point where you're describing, though, I really enjoyed the episode.
Yeah.
But it's at this point it kind of goes awry a little bit for me. But I digress.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I mean, then what happens is, again, real quick, he had left a note for them. Obviously, Adrian and why can't I think of the girl's name?
Hardcore ads.
No. Yeah. They go back to the cabin. They find the device that opens the portal and the note that John left for them, which basically explains there's nothing for me left in this world. I can't be redeemed here, but maybe I could be redeemed in the other world. And like they all gather together, and
well, they also find the note from Judo Master.
Yes, that he followed him in.
And you only know that because of the Cheeto handprints on the note.
Right.
Because Judo Master was trailing Peacemaker.
Yes.
And he had to make a last minute decision when he saw Peacemaker do this, like to follow him or not before the portal closed, and he chose to follow him.
Yep. Not knowing that he wouldn't be able to get back either.
I mean, and that's kind of where one of my complaints starts, is like,
okay,
if Peacemaker and his dad, clearly are not the smartest, brightest bulbs that exist, figured out how to use the door, then why did he think that he could just go close it and they wouldn't be able to figure out how to open it again? Which, I mean, okay, so I guess you have to see kind of the preview in the middle of the credits to even know that.
Yeah.
Another complaint I have, because I felt like this episode ended on a cliffhanger, which it officially did. But then, they show you the previews
that they figured out real fast. Yeah.
Okay, they'll be able to go after Peacemaker. Yeah, no, it's rare. Thrawn Kill says, Don, congrats on the Browns. The Raiders couldn't buy a first down today. Honestly, neither could we until 4 minutes left in the game. So, I don't know. We do have great defense.
But didn't mean to derail you.
Yeah. So I like this episode, but my major complaints are that how does he not know they're not just going to figure out how to follow him?
I agree with one main thing with your sentiment here is the fact that I don't like the fact that they have the trailer for the next episode in the credits for the episode that just ended. Because again, if you're going to end on a cliffhanger, then wait a few days before you show the trailer for the next episode. Like, because obviously you're right. Like someone's going to figure out how to use it. I mean, maybe he didn't think they were going to follow him in, but again, if he gives it to Argus would have been able to figure it out, and then they're going to go chase him down. And I've also kind of I'm wondering something too, like, are they? Well, first off, I think it's weird is they didn't show Judo Master in next week's episode,
Right.
which has me like wondering what happened to him. But then I started thinking, do they figure out the passcode because of the Cheeto dust on the
Yeah.
keypad? But I don't know, like, because then part of me thought, does he walk in and like that alien with the shredder shows up and shreds him?
Yeah.
I
Something.
yeah,
He could find a whole nother door or something. Right.
yeah.
He could be made into Cheetos. An alien eats him.
So yeah, I get it. Like, he left the device behind, and they're gonna figure it out. So we will see.
My last major complaint before we move on is this show. Like I said, I was enjoying the episode, but then right, he joins his brother and his dad. Oh, we got a kaiju to fight. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. We're gonna see a kaiju fight, man. And motherfuckers did like a Smallville, or honestly, no, they did a Godzilla 2014, where like, okay, here's some cool shit. We're gonna see Godzilla, and you don't see anything. They could have shown that kaiju fight, and they didn't. Interesting fact about Godzilla 2014: it stars Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen. They played lovers in that movie, and as you may know, those also two actors that played brother and sister, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, they totally fucking Godzilla 2014 me with this shit. I want to see. We didn't even get to see the kaiju. So that's bullshit.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll show it next week. You don't know. I think you're getting too upset before you know.
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna.
It's just gonna be, oh, they mentioned it, and then they're gonna show them. You might be right. Yeah. I was thinking more of it. Yeah, I think I was thinking more. No, you're right. Smallville or the CW shows.
Yeah.
They did that kind of stuff a lot too. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I think we're getting near the end of the show anyway. So
Yeah, I
of
think
the
there's one other episode. We don't need to look it up or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, I think there's 1 or 2 episodes left. So we'll see. Yeah, it's again. It's probably 1 or 3. It's 6 or 8. You know that. Like that's how they all work. These shows. So
I'm pretty sure though this is only 6.
Yeah.
But now this begs a question like this, because this may all be not to beat the dead horse, but you know, I don't know. This is all weird because getting into the multiverse shit, like Peacemaker is in Superman. Now he's in another universe. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's just, we got 1 episode left. That's a lot to deal with. I'm probably thinking too much about it.
Yeah. Well, and that's okay. So that's a good question though. You're okay. It is 8 episodes. I had to look it up because I my brain was going, how the heck are they going to wrap this up in 1 episode? That would just be really weird.
It would be crazy.
Yeah. There's because there's got to be the confrontation with their doppelgangers in the alternate universe.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, if my theory, or not, it's not my theory, if the theory that, the perfect dimension that he loves is like a white supremacist dimension, and then adds, his, black, very close friend, like, what's going to happen there when, he's talking with her and his dad or brother, like, what's going on here?
Yep. No, I definitely think so. And I think that's going to be the catalyst. He's going to find out what's really going on, and that's going to be what makes him decide, like, oh shit, I shouldn't be here. And then they'll have the confrontation, the 11th Street kids against their superheroes of this universe. So we'll see. But yeah, that's episode 5. We will talk more about it, of course, next time. But let us know what you're thinking about the show. Let us know in the comments down below, because I just read something, or no, I saw something just today about the algorithm and how YouTube keeps changing the algorithm. It's not necessarily just based on topics and search. It's not necessarily like, now it's interactions. So if you're watching this after the fact and you like the video, then hold on, I should have had this ready to go. Then please, click that like button, hit that subscribe button, click that bell for notifications so you don't miss us when we go live. Leave comments, lots and lots of comments, because that also helps with the algorithm. And yeah, we would appreciate it. Not asking for much.
Tell us we suck. It's fine.
Yes, tell us we suck as much as you want, because we get a lot of that over on TikTok. On that note, speaking of things that suck, here's our good friend Darth Don to tell you where you can find more Superhero Speak.
Darth Don here. You must subscribe to Superhero Speak if you haven't already. And if you have already, make another account and subscribe again. You also will like this video. And while you're on the HoloNet, go to superheroespeak.com. Find the links to our merch and purchase one of our shirts. Don't skimp on the shipping, or else I will trap you in a box with an agitated gundog named Brie Larson. I would just force lightning you, but we don't have that in the effects budget. Now, back to the show.
Breaking news, the girlfriend texted. She just got home and has a headache, so she's just going to bed.
Oh, the old headache gag, huh?
Oh, yeah, you know how women are.
Yep.
Thrawn has a couple questions here. He said the big question is, should I watch part 3 of Crisis on Infinite Earths? Well, you know what? Originally, this show was supposed to watch and review them, and then weirdness happened with a former co-host, because he was the big DC guy, and then he, left the show and never got back to it. I did start watching part 1, and I never finished watching them. So I kind of feel like
the CW one.
No. This was an animated. It was on HBO Max. Well, you had to buy them at first, but I think they're all on HBO Max now. Mm-hmm. It's a 3-part, based on the comic book, The Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's a 3-part thing. They take liberty, obviously, with the storyline. From my understanding, some of the best parts are they go to the world that's the animated Batman, the animated series. And they had Mark Hamill doing the voice of the Joker, and Kevin Conroy doing the voice of Batman. And it's actually his last role he did before he passed away. Was this.
Okay.
And yeah, so, and apparently it's some of the best Batman Joker stuff they've done. So, so maybe we'll put that back on our radars, and we'll
okay. Maybe when you say take liberties, they don't follow
the comic story exactly, like because they threw in
Batman screws Batwoman.
No.
It's a killing joke.
No, they threw in stuff from other like other cartoons and stuff that people have seen. Okay. That's all I meant. All right. When we're going to get to Thrawn, we're going to get to your other question, because that is in the news. But before we get to the crazy stuff, speaking of DC, I don't know. We hadn't covered this, but it's been going on for a while. They're basically for sale. Warner Brothers, Paramount had come out and said they were interested in buying them, and it just came out this week that Netflix is now also interested in purchasing them. However, from my understanding, Paramount wants to buy the entire company, lock, stock, and barrel. Netflix is more or less really just interested in the IP from Warner Brothers, and I think the studios. So, like, I don't think they're interested in running a comic book company, right? So, well, I don't know what would happen to DC in that case. So, what do you think? Would you want to see Netflix buy them, and then we get a bunch of new shows on Netflix based on their properties, or would you want to see Paramount buy them and continue operating them, the same way that they're operated now?
That's a really interesting question, and I don't know if I have a great answer for you, because I think Netflix has more buying power,
Mm-hmm.
a more robust subscriber base, and so when I think, okay, that's a perfect fit. DC's kind of up right now, so lucky for Warner Brothers that while they're really kind of on this high, they can dump off the company to Netflix. Paramount, I've got nothing against. I just know they don't have anywhere near as market share as Netflix, but I could see them purchasing Warner Brothers. Could help gain them that market share. But as you said, what does Paramount know about running a comic company?
Right.
So now the pendulum swings kind of to me with Netflix, because at least they're like, hey, we just want the IP stuff, which means they'll do some sort of, hopefully independent licensing deal. Hell, they could bring in Marvel at that point. I know we have talked about that, and that rumor comes up every now and then about the whole Marvel owning DC thing. So I really don't know which one I want more. I mean, I already have Netflix. Paramount, that's kind of on and off for me.
Yeah.
Well, I guess in the end, I'll edge over to Netflix a little bit, because just to kind of pre-establish that it is a constant subscription that I have, and they're obviously more experienced at the whole streaming game. Paramount, right? They screwed up Halo, so that's
Yeah.
so that sucks. So yeah, my needle's gonna swing a little bit over to Netflix now that I talk through it and think a little bit more. There you go.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's a good chance, and it's so weird that like everyone who's bought this company has mismanaged them greatly. But I do think it's going to be sold for parts. I do think there's going to be a company that comes in and is like, we just want their IP.
And I asked this out of ignorance. What does Warner Brothers, what IP other than DC do they have that's big and people clamor for? Like Harry Potter? Is that
Yep. Harry Potter. All the Hanna-Barbera stuff, I believe.
Yeah, okay, but nobody cares about
all of the Looney Tunes is owned by Warner Brothers.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else do they have?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some big shit that we're not even thinking of.
Yeah. I mean, the Harry Potter and
yeah, that's
DC
pretty big.
They're the two big ones, I think. So yeah,
do they have Harry Potter comics? That seems like it'd be pretty big.
I don't know. I don't think they do.
Well, whoever buys Warner Brothers, if you're looking for a thought leader, hit me up. I got some good ideas.
There you go. They own Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. So that's pretty big.
They ever do a Toonami revive?
There you go.
Okay.
Rooster Teeth is under them, which is anime stuff. So yeah.
Right.
I can't find a good. It's funny. I did a quick search. Like, you would think in the world of AI, Google would have just given me a list.
Right.
They own A Christmas Story. The 50 Shades. Terminator. Which that's franchise is
I
kind of
could
big.
use a good Terminator revival. That would be nice.
Could you?
You like me some Terminator.
So, yeah. So I said New Line Cinema. Everything from New Line Cinema is under Warner Brothers. Turner Entertainment. Okay. So yeah, it's a lot. Like, that's what I don't get. They are a huge company with a lot of IP. So why people can't make this work is beyond me.
Well, I think they really did a misstep. Do you remember back when they were trying to do like the Monster Universe?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was terrible.
That never got off the ground.
They did a
Mummy. Yeah,
that was a bad idea from start.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, they also introduced it as a new monster universe, right?
Right.
Where what they should have done is just did it and then don't tell them what's going on and then connect that to another Wolfman movie and then connect. Though, to be honest, they had the perfect Mummy movies that they could have launched from, the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies. I'm sorry, I love those movies.
Sure.
And it's actually the movies that made me like Brendan Fraser as an actor.
So it was Airheads for me. I would think you would like that movie.
I like Airheads, but I thought that because he's been in quite a few things, but it was the movie that proved that he could be a smart action hero, and I'm not saying he was a genius in it, but he wasn't the dumb guy in it. Yeah. He wasn't just the handsome guy in it. He was actually the hero in it. And it's he is a charming leading man. This does work, and unfortunately it didn't.
Those were
caveat
special effects too back then.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So anyway, they could have built off of that. And my understanding is that the Tom Cruise Mummy movie is loosely related to those. But
what about Wicked and stuff? Because they own the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Wicked is under them as well. So I guess they're making money now. Maybe
it's an attractive company. Yeah. They've got stuff to work with. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, let's pull our money, make them an offer.
Okay.
$4.95.
Do it. Right.
Yeah.
Cash.
Today. Cash today. Warner Brothers.
In your hand.
In your hands. $4.95. No, not $495. $4.95.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's make it $5.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got a $5 in my wallet.
Okay. All right. $5. You're not going to get any better offer than that. Speaking of better offers, the new rumor has popped up that Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop and the Young Avengers are possibly showing up in Doomsday. So we had the Alex Perez, that Marvel scooper, was on a podcast called The Cosmic Circus, and he had said that yes, they're planning on using the Young Avengers in Doomsday. I mean, this is the rumor mill that just won't stop giving.
Yeah, no, Young Avengers have been popping up for years at this point. Never happened yet.
They're not going to be Young Avengers by the time they actually use them. That's my fear.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's got to be now. It's got to be now. They just wrapped up filming on Doomsday. I was thinking though, to piggyback on our conversation, where I said I would really like to see Chris Evans Captain America again, and it looks like that might happen. How cool that would be if he's the one that like brings him in and Avengers assembles them. Avengers assemble, and then we see the Young Avengers pop in. It's like, sweet. Wouldn't that be cool as fuck?
Yeah, that's the scene. There you go.
Fuck Warner Brothers. Come on, Disney, hire me.
All of a sudden, with the battles going on, whatever's going on in that movie, because my son and I actually talked about this at dinner tonight. Like, the rumors keep growing about the people that are going to show up in this movie. And I said, it's going to be like Endgame, where it's just going to be like some kind of battle at the end where they just show up. They're not going to have a lot of active roles in the movie. But imagine like whatever the battle is near the end of this movie, and Chris Evans, Captain America, pops out of some kind of rift, and he says, "Avengers assemble," and it's all the Young Avengers come in behind him.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, you got it. You are the idea guy. And he also mentioned to me, I couldn't find an article on it. There was a merchandise show that just went on. I think it's the one that was in Japan. And they had merchandising for Doomsday, and they had all these characters on the merchandise. And obviously there was a bunch of X-Men on it, a bunch of other characters. But one of the characters that was featured prominently, which we haven't heard about this actor going to film for that, because we know he's in Spider-Man Brand New Day, but John Bernthal's Punisher was also on this artwork for Doomsday. So I feel that might actually be a confirmation that he's in it. And it makes sense. They're both filming Brand New Day together. We know there was reports of Tom Holland leaving to go over to the other set to film some stuff. He could easily have done the same thing, hopped over to the other set, filmed some stuff for Doomsday. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I like it. That doesn't shock me. Like, if he shows up in Doomsday, I'm not going to be like, oh, I can't believe it. Like,
right.
He was over there filming. Yeah, take advantage of it. So, yeah, I think that's exciting. I think you've got the perfect idea for the Young Avengers to show up. So,
yep, I agree.
All right. Here we go. So, Weird reported Wednesday, that Jimmy Kimmel, Late Night with Jimmy Kimmel, was suspended indefinitely. That was breaking news on Wednesday as we were getting ready to go, which has become a firestorm of things since then. A lot of people complaining about free speech and whatnot. But before we get into anything, I want to reveal the details that have become out since his suspension, that like you don't see a lot of people talking about all these details. So he had made comments about the Charlie Kirk assassination, and that the shooter was he came out and said that he was one of the right. He was a MAGA guy, and then he went on to make fun of Trump afterwards. But the problem with that is it had already been proven, it had been stated by the governor, by the FBI, everyone investigating, like, no, this guy was definitely on the left. He definitely was a leftist, far left, as how they put it. So long story short, Jimmy Kimmel blatantly lied on his show, right? Like it's a provable lie. It's not like, oh, he kind of thought this, like, so the fear is liable at that point. Like, to flat out say a lie on TV, they can get sued for liable. at that point. And that's the legal term. That's all there's. So the affiliates were the first ones that have been like, okay, we're not going to air. We're not going to air it because we don't want to get in trouble. Like, we're not going to show his show anymore. We're going to preempt it with something else. So it became this giant firestorm. Apparently, advertisers were pulling out. And that was like the whole thing. And then, so Bob Iger, the head of Disney, went to him and said, look, you need to go on your show tonight, state a retraction, and apologize. And then we can figure out the affiliates and get that all cleared up, as long as you go on air and do that.
Yeah.
And he said no. Jimmy Kimmel said, no, I'm not going to apologize. In fact, I'm going to double down on it. And he said, he basically told Iger what he was planning to say. And that's when Iger went, okay, you're out of here. You're done. Your show's suspended. We'll figure out what to do, but I cannot. Yeah. You're a loose cannon. I can't afford to put you on air because you're going to get my company in trouble. So everyone who's running out saying this is a free speech issue, it's not. It's an employer saying, you're hurting my company. I can't put you on the air. You're refusing to do what you're told to do by your boss. You're done. Like, if I started disparaging my company online and my boss came to me and said, you gotta stop doing that, and I said no, they would say, all right, you're fired.
See you later.
Yeah. Like, that's how the world works. So I wanted to put that all out there before we get into the latest iterations. Danish Patriot. Danish politics are so ass. So now I'm here. Okay.
If there's any place to prove that politics aren't ass, it's here at Superhero Speak. Welcome, Danish Patriot.
So okay, hold on. So let's get to this. So this is the first thing that was related to it. Thrawn says, was Disney holding back the Star Wars trailer a good thing, or should they have taken advantage of the situation? So yes, this has come out that Lucasfilm was planning to release the trailer for Grogu and the Mandalorian, or Mandalorian and the Grogu, the film that comes off the Mandalorian TV show.
Yeah.
And it was going to be released on Wednesday.
Starring Pedro Pascal.
Or Thursday. Yeah, starring Pedro Pascal. But with everything going on and the heat around this whole situation, they were like, all right, Disney's like, let's hold off releasing that trailer right now until things simmer down. So I don't know. I don't know what the play is here from Disney, but I don't blame them, because some people are mad at the company right now. So it might not be received with open arms. Obviously you and I would have been like, oh, this is cool. But
yeah,
I think the thought is, if, because now they just basically put trailers online.
Yeah.
People are going to flood the YouTube with bad comments and thumbs down. And I think they were trying to avoid that, in my opinion.
Makes sense.
What do you think?
Well, first of all, in reading the article that you cited for today's show, I will say that it is a little bit sus, because the person that is cited as confirming that they delayed this because of the Jimmy Kimmel situation, the person he cited for that is just another internet reporter.
Yes.
However, it does make sense.
Right, but this has been everywhere. At least today I saw it quite a few places, but go ahead.
It does make sense because, the target of doing such a thing is to generate buzz and excitement for what's coming out. And if there's a news item that is going to steal that, then I could absolutely see them making the decision. This is from an event from May, I think, because they've actually already shown this before, just not to the world at large. So while there's no hard evidence that that's exactly why they did it, it is completely and utterly plausible. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, this situation just keeps growing, unfortunately. So there might not be a good time anytime soon to release the trailer. Like,
as long as they don't delay the movie, I could give a shit about the trailer. I already know I'm going to go see it. So
yeah, I mean, unless
other than having something to talk about with you, which I guess is what we were just robbed of.
Yeah.
I'm okay as long as the movie itself.
Would it be stupid to put it online, but then like disable comments on it? Would that be a bad look?
Well, I don't know if it would be a bad look, but that would be counterintuitive to what you're trying to do. Because shit, I don't know if this is before or after we're recording, but you talked about the algorithm earlier.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. This was while we were recording.
Yes.
And give us those comments, give us a comment. Which, hey, please like and subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell for Superhero Speak YouTube channel. So if you do that, and this thing that you are trying to put out there to generate hype doesn't hit that algorithm, it's not going to get the hype. So I think that is not a great move. I think it is better off because listen, we've witnessed this, and I know we all don't believe this in the moment, but guess what? 2 weeks from now, no one's going to talk about Charlie Kirk. No one's going to, So yeah, just delay it a week or 2 or 3, and it'll all be gravy.
No, I agree. I mean, that's unfortunately usually how the news cycle works. His funeral was today. So I'm sure there won't be any news about him for a while, but then the thing is, how long is the Kimmel thing going to last? I saw something yesterday that made me laugh. I'm sorry. I might be a terrible person that, Stephen Colbert, when he saw the news that Jimmy got canceled or suspended indefinitely, it's like, damn, that should have been me. Because remember, all they did to him was not renew his contract, but he's still on the air. So he's probably PO'd that, that was my moment. That would have been my moment. If I was canceled, I would have been able to ride that into the sunset. That's another thing too. I like. Can you imagine? But whatever it is, whatever May or whatever, you're done. Like, would you want to keep coming to work every day?
No, exactly. I hate when that happens. Like in certain positions, like where I work, if you put in your 2 weeks notice, they're just going to let you go because you have your hands on a lot of personal information that you could do some bad things with. So you put your 2 weeks in and say thanks, but no thanks. But I've never gotten to do that before ever. I've always had to work out every 2 weeks notice I've ever given, and it sucks. But
so that leads into the new garbage. Besides the Mandalorian trailer, that really is what sucked us in because this is our wheelhouse. So Tatiana Maslany came out. She-Hulk had a series on HBO. I'm not HBO Max, on Disney Plus. And she came out and said, boycott Disney. Wow. Talk about somebody who doesn't want a job anymore. She came out to say boycott Disney. Marissa Tomei, who was Aunt May in the Spider-Man movies, which are technically Sony movies, not Disney movies,
Mm-hmm.
but her character's also dead, so she doesn't work for them anymore. So she was
Mm-hmm.
saved. She reposted that post from Tatiana. So basically, saying the same thing, boycott Disney. And Pedro Pascal just came out and said that he stands with Jimmy Kimmel,
Mm-hmm.
which, like, okay, fine, whatever. So and everyone's like, yeah, where Chris Pratt, on the contrary, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, he said, "Oh, we should pray for Charlie Kirk and his family." That's all he said. That's all he said was we should pray for Charlie Kirk and his family. And people were putting messages online to cancel Chris Pratt for saying, "Let's pray for a man who just lost his life."
Yeah.
We're not the same, but anyway.
Right.
So I guess my first question is, like, what do you think about this? Like, was that a smart move on her part to come out and say boycott Disney?
I don't know if it's smart or dumb necessarily, because the She-Hulk show did get a lot of flack. And
Yes,
Tatiana, go ahead.
But remember, on this very show, maybe a couple weeks ago, we did cover. Pretty sure we covered this. She had come out and said she would love to keep playing the character.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So go ahead, finish.
Yeah, no, but she's like one of those shit talking actresses, like Brie Larson. So she's very antagonistic to the male demographic, and we are pretty much the powers that be when it comes to this sort of thing. Sorry if that's seen as anti-feminist. It's just numbers. So I don't think they were going to do anything with She-Hulk anyway. I think she knew that, probably from the response of her saying, "Oh, I'd love to come back."
Yeah.
Okay, fuck these guys. So, and she's a leftist. So, is it smart? No, because you've just said you've said, hey, I'm not going to work with these people ever again. Because that streaming service is Disney's primary focus, and so other than guaranteeing you're not going to have a job again, you've also relegated that character to basically a notch on Matt Murdock's belt. So
you make an excellent point, because now I remember that article was an interview for someone else, like Entertainment Weekly or something, and they asked her if she was in Doomsday. And she said, like, "Oh, no one from Marvel's called me, but I would love to play the character again." And a lot of times actors and actresses do that to put the feeler out there so that they will get a call to say, like, "Oh yeah, we do have plans. We want to use you here," or whatever. So there's a good chance that she didn't get that call. So she took this opportunity to say, "Screw you" to Disney, because maybe they weren't planning to ever bring her back.
But it was just, one thing that was kind of, you have to look into it a little bit more. But, she came out and said that. Marissa Tomei came out, which I totally agree with you. She's Sony anyway. Her character's dead. So she also has zero chance of coming back. But then I hear Pedro Pascal, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
However, he just supported Jimmy Kimmel. He did not say, "Hey, cancel Disney Plus, the streaming service that my movie that I star in is about to be on." Also, that would screw me up or it really could screw him up, because let's face it, I love The Mandalorian. I love him as the Mandalorian, but that is a character that is known for not removing his helmet. So that'd be a pretty easy swap out there.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually an excellent point, and I feel like that's true. Like, Pascal was very, like, he made a comment, but he was very careful with what he said. All he did was said, "I stand with Jimmy Kimmel." That's it. because that's something else that I was going to point out is people don't realize that Disney, for a lot of their actors and stuff, it's from my understanding, it's actually started with Marvel, but Disney's adopted the thing is there's a morality clause in all their contracts. Like, and I pointed this out years ago on the show that you had all these Marvel stars who were like going to children's hospitals and volunteering at food banks and kitchens and all this stuff, which was great and it was wonderful. But they were doing it because Disney wanted them out in public doing this because it's part of the morality clause. But also part of that clause is they're not allowed to disparage the company. And this was in the news, and I'm sorry, it made me chuckle because I can't stand the show. The View wanted to go out and complain when they canceled Jimmy Kimmel, and the ABC obviously is owned by Disney because that's where Jimmy Kimmel was as well. They were like, no, you can't do that. And like, apparently they were really upset. And they're like, if you do that, they're going to pull you off the air and you're going to be done. So,
well, right, because they already got the shit suit out of them. Or,
yep.
Who was the press secretary? I can't remember her name. Hot blonde. Sorry, I'm a dude bored 1980. But yeah, they got the shit suit out of them for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they're that ice was so thin you could drink it. I'm sure that they were standing on.
Right. So that makes me think that Tatiana's contract's done. So she was free and clear to make those comments because if she was still under contract, she probably would have had to pay penalties and probably could have been sued by Disney. And same thing with Marissa Tomei. She was probably never really under a Disney contract. She was under a Sony contract. So she was free to say what she wants as well. But Pascal was like, yeah, I stand with Jimmy, and just left it at that. So he was careful in his response.
We got him standing with Jimmy. Chris Pratt, he's praying for Charlie Kirk. It's like, Marvel Civil War going on here. But outside of Tatiana, everybody's responses have been pretty measured. So I don't think it's that bad.
I think it's exactly what it is. It's all these other
virtue
people
signaling. It's virtue signaling.
It's virtue signaling. It's virtue signaling either way, but also they're under contract, so they have to be careful what they say. That's why you're not getting RDJ or Chris Evans or I can't think of his name. The guy who plays Ant-Man.
Paul
Rudd. Paul Rudd. You're not getting any of them jumping on this, making a comment either way. Yes. So yeah, like the everyone who's currently in movies and under contract is being very measured or not saying anything at all, and I believe that's exactly why, because they don't want to get sued in oblivion. They don't want to lose their jobs. They don't want to lose their rent on their third mansion,
right?
Their payment for the third mansion. So it's probably not as big of a deal as it is, but like this was in the Hollywood Reporter, and they were like obviously sensationalizing it.
No, but it is a pretty. It's shocking though. Like you wouldn't think somebody would just crap on the streaming service that they are featured on. That you've seen their picture on in the menus of Disney Plus before. You just wouldn't think that. But again, obviously signaling they're not working with Disney no more.
Oh, Christopher Smith. Breaking news, Spider-Man Brand New Day on suspension because Tom Holland and a stunt woman are in the hospital for a bad stunt. I guess you're gonna look it up real quick. This, Chris, that's actually an excellent point. They let Tom Holland do a lot of his own stunts. I don't know if anyone saw the footage of there's footage of like a Spider-Man on a crane going back and forth, and obviously they're going to CGI in the webs, like live action swinging, where it was CGI in the past for a lot of that stuff. That was Tom Holland doing that. They allow him to do a lot of his stunts.
Deadline confirms filming was suspended Friday as Tom Holland was briefly hospitalized and treated for a mild concussion.
Okay.
And a source close to the production says he will take a break out of precaution, but is expected to return to filming in a few days. So,
okay. Wow. Go. Do not let the main star do their own stunts.
Right.
Can lose a stuntman for a couple days.
I mean, look, we're having a Henry Cavill. We were talking about that follow-up. It was his foot.
Yes.
Just like we said.
He posted on social media. His foot is all wrapped up. His leg and foot is all wrapped up. But he has said he is healing. And hopefully they will get back to filming Highlander soon. So we're looking forward to that. Because
support stuntman employment. Don't let the stars do their own shit.
Exactly. That's our new battle cry.
Ask Jackie Chan how that goes for him.
Oh my God! Have you ever
his movies take 5 years to film because he keeps fucking breaking legs and shit.
He said he's broken every bone in his body. It's like
like
why?
Evel Knievel. Remember that guy? He used to just fucking get on dirt bikes and just jump shit.
Yeah, I don't think he lived long. The Jackie Chan's pretty up there. So I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's something to be said for it. Wow. Yeah. Well, speedy recover, Tom. Hope you're doing well. He's a young man. He'll be fine. That was terrible. But and the last little news, of course, this has all led to speculation that they're going to recast She-Hulk in the MCU. Surprise, surprise.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. You know, I don't think it's going to be recast, though. I just don't think She-Hulk's going to be that much of a thing.
Well, really Hulk's already been recast. Everyone forgets that Edward Norton was the Hulk. And that
and there was another dude before that did it.
Yeah, but so the Eric Bana Hulk is not canon to the MCU, but Edward Norton's is. That is the first MCU movie, technically. Is
I don't know, man. Liv Tyler would disagree, I think, right? Wasn't she Betsy Brad or whatever her name is, Betsy Ross? In both the first two Hulk movies?
No, Jennifer Connelly was in the first one. Was in the
okay.
One. I know, it's white girl blindness. They all look the same to you.
Yeah, you're right. Don't make fun of my white girl blindness, Dave. That's a disability. I had to work retail. It was horrible.
Oh, what's worse, bird blindness or white girl blindness? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, but as I was saying,
am I eating chicken or a pigeon? I don't know. What is worth?
But let's play along real quick.
Yeah.
Is there any if only so here's Thrawn's pick. If only Rhea Ripley could act. I was gonna say, do you have a pick to play She-Hulk in the MCU?
Yes, I do. Gina Carano.
I knew it. Could you imagine if they replaced her with Gina Carano as She-Hulk going forward?
Yeah, I could imagine that.
I mean, she's much more bigger and muscular than Tatiana. I can't think of her last name.
Tatiana Maslany. And although I just campaigned against this, she could also do her own stunts and her own fighting.
Yeah. No, we shouldn't do that. But that would be the ultimate if they recast her, oh my goodness, take all my money now.
Yeah.
Oh God, I would go see that movie 5 times over, just to
There you
laugh.
go.
Every time she showed up as She-Hulk, I just would laugh.
You want the male demographic to be with She-Hulk? I just gave it to you.
Yeah.
If some WB, DC, Disney, Marvel execs, I hope they're fans of superheroes speak, because we are giving you the gravy.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we've said it before. That things are shifting. You said it. The pendulum is shifting the other way. So now is the time. Grab that bull by the horns, and ride her off into the sunset. I mean, and bring back Gina Carano into the Disney fold. She is the Disney princess we all need.
Absolutely.
Disney would cast Hunter Schafer. Maybe. Yeah. Oh. No, that's it. That's my vote. Gina Carano. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Maslany's head would explode.
Oh boy, would it. They'll even throw a joke in there. I'm She-Hulk, not they, them Hulk, right?
No, she would say I'm Beep Bop Boop Hawk.
Yeah, that's what she put instead of her pronouns. Yep.
That's the first thing that pissed everyone off. Oh, all right. Well, you know what? It's time to ask that question that we ask every time.
What do we learn on the show tonight?
Tell me, Don, what did you learn, or do you have any recommendations?
I learned from the Danish Patriot. Danish politics are so ass. Now here I am. Well, welcome to the show. First time commenter. Also, Thrawn Kill. Where is that shuttle going? Parts for the Forest Moon? They have a Brie Larson? It's an old Brie Larson, which checks out. Recommendations.
I thought Brie Larson
have none.
smelled bad on the inside, on the outside.
Yeah. What a hunk of Brie Larson.
Brie Larson has become your Hans Zimmer.
Yeah. and I swear to God, I ad-libbed that, like, as I was recording. I could not explain to you to this day why I decided that the Gundark's name should be Brie Larson. Just
anyway. Recommendations. I
have no recommendations. Other than I want to start reading more. I need to get back into the Legend of Drizzt. Some of you might be familiar with, but there is I haven't read that in like 20 years, so I'm sure there's like 10 books that I should catch up on.
Yeah, probably. I haven't finished the Dresden Files. There's only a few books left in the series. He's wrapping it up. I should get back to it. But that's my whole thing. I can't remember where I know what book I left off on.
I know that's the I know.
But what exactly happened in that book? Like, I guess I gotta get the Cliff Notes or something.
I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. 'Cause I'm like, well, shit. Should I just reread everything? I've got like 9 to 12 books that I don't remember too much about.
Yeah,
I could probably skip the first trilogy. I don't know. Either way.
Well, I learned, thanks to our faithful viewer Christopher Smith, that Tom Holland did get hurt doing his own stunts on
breaking
brand new day set.
Superheroes Speak.
And I learned that we agree that the main actors should not be doing their own stunts. I'm going to start a not a GoFundMe. I'm going to start one of those online petitions to make sure actors aren't allowed to do their own stunts anymore. Recommendations. I got none. I'm going to recommend, if you've never read them before, go read the Dresden Files. They're great books. It's funny because I was listening to them. I have Audible, and I have the majority. I have this subscription where you get a free book every month, and I've got so many credits that I had gotten the whole series and was listening to it again. And then I fell off the bandwagon with reading and all of that stuff. But yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to get back to the Dresden Files and finish that up. So yeah, if you've never read that, if you like urban fantasy, go check out Jim Butcher's The Dresden Files. And that's it. That is all I have got. That is all Don has got for this week, or for this Sunday night. Everyone is watching Sunday Night Football. Hopefully watching. I don't know who to root for, New York or Kansas City, because I don't like either of them. So
don't root for Kansas City. Not at least until Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift break off their engagement.
Yeah, I know, because you're still holding out hope for Taylor Swift. All right.
Yes.
On that note, boys and girls, as always, thanks for watching. Don't let your cape get caught in the door. See you next time.
If you haven't done so yet, subscribe. It really keeps this podcast alive. Smash the like button if you please. It gives us what we need. Maybe leave a comment or two. It's a really nice thing to do. And what are you waiting